This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing, nothing without a woman or a girl.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I will be signing off on my CAS project and explaining my process and my entire CAS experience when it comes to my CAS project of significant length. For my CAS project of significant length, I decided to look at gender-based violence in Botswana, and I decided to make this video to create awareness and also to explain what action I took. So I decided to create a clothes drive where I collaborated with two of my classmates, and we were able to organize this clothes drive just before lockdown happened.
Now, government has described gender-based violence as a national crisis. More than 30 women were killed in the month of August alone, and August being Women's Month.
So to start off with the video, I'm going to define and explain what domestic violence is and what gender-based violence is. According to Arizona Coalition to End Sexual and Domestic Violence, domestic violence is not physical violence alone. Domestic violence is any behavior the purpose of which is to gain power and control over a spouse, partner, or intimate family member. And according to the European Institute for Gender Equality, gender-based violence is violence directed against a person because of their gender. Both women and men experience gender-based violence, but majority of the victims are women and girls. So to continue, in Botswana, 67% of women have experienced abuse, which follows the worldwide trend of 1 in 3 women being victims of abuse, violence, and/or sexual harassment. Furthermore, here in Botswana, 33% of sexually experienced women state that they had sex before the age of 13, and 1 in 5 of them had a forced encounter. So although the numbers are significantly smaller, young boys and men are also victims of this type of abuse and violence and sexual harassment. We live in a society where men feel entitled to a woman's body. Rejection leads to murders and severe injuring of women. Gender-based violence is a real issue that is being faced here in Botswana, in Africa, and all over the world. We live in a society where people are taught that women are incapable of rape, and men are called jokes when they come forward. They say he's just being weak. We live in a society where a woman comes forward and is accused of seeking attention. She should have just said no. She shouldn't have worn that. If she had behaved, she wouldn't be in this situation. This is a real problem being faced. And down in the description below, I have placed sources, articles, and videos for reference to the extreme levels of gender-based violence that is being experienced here in this country and in this continent as well.
I just could see my mom that she was handling too much pressure, of which she couldn't know how to handle it by that time, because it was really tough. Really tough, because by that time I could see things that they were not pleasant in front of my eyes.
There was a time so I decided
So going back to my CAS project, I realized that something needed to be done and decided to form a clothes drive for the Kagisano Women's Shelter. They help victims of domestic violence and sexual abuse and who have nowhere to go. And one way I thought I could help was through collecting clothes to donate. I collaborated with 2 of my classmates that I mentioned earlier, and we were able to organize all of this before COVID struck. So my initial plan was to go to a women's shelter during the April school holidays and present the end of my CAS experience at school in May. But unfortunately we entered lockdown and extreme social distancing, so that wouldn't work. So I spent my time between then and now trying to decide what to do and make a plan for how to sign off on my CAS and also get these clothes to these women who need them. And finally, through pouring through ideas, I came up with this video, and now my intention is to donate as soon as this August lockdown is over. I spent this time as well sorting out the clothes, ensuring that every piece of clothing that has been donated is clear and perfectly wearable for people to wear. And I would like to thank all of the people that donated clothes for the cause. Each piece of clothing was clean and very neat, and there were so many nice clothes in there that I'm so happy that people came through and donated such beautiful clothing for these people who need it. And I also like to thank my parents for helping me to make this clothes drive possible, because they helped me buy containers to put all the clothes in and provided transport, of course. I'd also like to thank my classmates who gave me the motivation to go forward with this project, because I wasn't sure I'll be able to fulfill this alone, but thanks to them I was able to do this, and it gave me the motivation to go on it. So looking back at my project of significant length and looking back at these past 6 months, my eyes have been opened. I never realized how drastic gender-based violence was here until I dove headfirst into this project, and it really opened my eyes, and I really hope that this video helps open your eyes as well. So down in the description below I have put contacts, websites and helplines for anyone who is stuck in an abusive situation at the moment, especially with lockdown, or anyone who you know is stuck in this situation. There is help online that will help you or help them get out of the situation safely. Thank you for listening to my video, and here I am signing off on my CAS.
This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or